Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, it does not appear that we have a quorum, but would you call the roll, please?
Messina, Davis, Etherly,
Here.
Maxine Miller,
Here.
Joe St. Columbia, Kyle Miller. We have 3 present and 3 absent.
Okay, so we don't have a quorum present. We won't be able to take any official action. We only had one item that was set before the body for official action, and that will have to wait till we have a quorum present. The second item to be addressed was going to be a information provided by the city attorney, and I'll just preface the city attorney's presentation by saying a lot has happened in the last 7 days. And so what we decided to do earlier today is to provide some information to the citizens so everyone would know. Some people have talked to others and know, some people just don't know. And so we want to provide as much information as we can, as we understand it, to the public so that everyone will know what we believe is going to happen going forward. And with that being said, I'll turn it over to the city attorney.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Etherly. Good evening. I am Andre Valley, the city attorney for the city of Helena-West Helena. What has transpired is that last week, you all are aware that the mayor was served with a lawsuit for non-feasance of office, and that was a trial held yesterday for about 4 hours with Judge Christopher Morledge. Verbally issued an order removing him from office immediately. I've checked today, that order has not been entered for the record. So the order is still in a pending status. When last week we've had hours upon hours of meetings with the Municipal League, and we've composed several emails to you all and to the local media about the current status. I believe that we're still operating under 1443-501, where Mr. Etherly serves as Mayor Pro Tem and presides over meetings, and Ms. Ramsey, as City Clerk, does the day-to-day operations until someone's appointed. In accordance to that statute for non-feasance, 1442-109, what happens is once the order is filed with the court, it will then be submitted to Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who will appoint a mayor to serve the remainder of the term. Had he resigned, the city council would have authority, but because he was removed, the governor is going to appoint someone to serve as the mayor. So that's how the remainder of the term will be carried out, is through an appointment order from Governor Huckabee Sanders. As relates to day-to-day, Municipal League had sent an email, and I agree with the email, that during the interim that we do as little as possible to upset things. They suggested that there be no hiring and no firing, and that the city be concerned about the operations and getting the finances in order. You all have read those, the city council members and administration and the press, the local press, you all have seen those. I don't have to regurgitate those, but I was just saying that for the purpose of the general public. We do not have a quorum. It is now 6:15 and there's no quorum present. And that is how we're going to operate. As soon as there's an order in it and Governor Sanders enters, appoints a mayor, then we will have a new mayor to serve out the remainder of the term. That will not be an election, because that statute is different from the other statutes that we had discussed. Because in the statute that is quoted 1442-109, when the governor appoints, that person serves the remainder of the term. And so whomever the governor appoints will serve from the day of appointment through the end of the term. In the interim, the city clerk will handle the contracts, the bills. A city clerk, the city treasurer, and I have met about in the interim what we would do together to try to relieve some of the things from the city clerk until a mayor is appointed. And we will continue to work together to try to make sure that the city functions in an orderly manner. As a priority, I've said many times that the city cannot engage in deficit spending. And so I again would say publicly that one of the priorities of this body is to try to deal with expenses and bring them in compliance, and we go forward.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
So if the governor appoints a mayor, do they still have to meet the qualifications of a person that would normally run?
Thank you, Mr. Attorney. They would have to be a qualified elector. They would have to meet all the terms.
So they'd have to be in the city limits.
In the city
18 years
limits,
old.
18 years old, qualified elector, registered to vote. They would have to be that. They couldn't be a non-citizen. Yes, sir.
Can the governor appoint a city council member? And if the governor appoints a city council member, does that mean the city council member has to give up their seat on the council? And could they be able to stay on the council, or can they run for a permanent position?
Yes, I will answer all three of your questions. The first, the governor can appoint any qualified elector. It could be a city council member. To the extent the governor appoints a city council member, under the circumstances, they would become the mayor. And so they wouldn't serve a dual purpose, I don't believe. And they would not be disqualified from running for the office. That applies to county level and state level. So that being appointed by the governor is not a bar from the person seeking election for the position. Yes, ma'am.
Is it possible to schedule a meeting to just take care of the base plan?
Yes, you all are free to still operate. You all are city council, you still operate. In the meetings, Madam Clerk will still be the clerk in the meetings because Mr. Etherly is the mayor pro tem. And so whenever y'all set a meeting to try to do so, you can do so as long as you have a quorum.
We can circulate some emails to see when everyone is available so that we'll have a quorum, since we actually have to take up an action item. And so I'll do that this evening. I'll send out an email to get everybody's availability so that we can address this, I think.
One thing I want to bring up to the body also, that's been a change under the Arkansas Freedom of Information Act, because we have a webpage, meetings and special call meetings now will have to have the agenda posted online 3 days before any meeting. But the exception of a special call meeting, I think you still get 2 hours notice there, but you have to comply with the 3-day notice for the agenda posted online because it has to be on the city's webpage. And if the city has any other social media pages.
Okay.
Is that it?
Any other questions from the body? Now, certainly we wanted apologies for what we don't know. This has never happened before. But we're trying to work our way through this process, and we wanted the public to know the City Hall is still open and still functioning. And we do have functioning government. We have some more hurdles to cross. And in the coming days, we expect to have more clarity about what's going to happen. But in the interim, those are the parameters under which we will operate. And I would say this publicly, the same way I offered my assistance to Mayor Franklin just a few weeks ago as related to budget issues and monetary issues. I offer my assistance to Ms. Ramsey. If you so desire, then you know how to call me. And so with that being said, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion and second to adjourn, and we don't even have a quorum to vote on it, so we'll stand adjourned.